Episode 154. 70% of marketers are behind on AI.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
A new Interactive Advertising Bureau study reveals how marketers are using AI, or should I say, how they're not. The State of Data 2025 report from IAB and OneTrust takes a close look at how AI is and isn't being used across media campaigns today. Hello and welcome back to AI6, the podcast for marketers and communications professionals and leaders who actually want to lead in the AI age. I'm Joanne Sweeney, on a mission to educate as many of you across the world as possible in just 6 minutes a day. So this State of Data 2025 report from IAB and OneTrust looked at responses from over 500 brand agency and publishing leaders. And the report finds that while AI can now support full funnel media execution, 70% of marketers haven't yet scaled it across planning, activation, and analysis. Here are some of the key findings. AI adoption remains nascent but accelerating. About 70% of agencies, brands, and publishers have not fully scaled AI. They are leading the way in adoption, but brands lag behind, mainly due to resource and cost constraints. Half of those surveyed have not yet scaled and expect full adoption by 2026, signalling rapid movement towards organisation-wide integration. In terms of AI tools and use cases, the vast majority rely on general-purpose tools, so for example, ChatGPT and Gemini, and those features embedded within existing platforms. So for example, Google's smart bidding. And use cases differ. For agencies, they're focusing on audience segmentation, predictive bidding, cross-channel optimization, and generating synthetic data for personas. When it comes to brands, they are focused on audience insights, anomaly detection, and campaign setup automation. For publishers, they're concentrating on inventory and audience behavior analysis, as well as automating reporting and recommendations. So when they were asked about their current perceptions of AI, most marketing respondents believe AI is delivering an efficiency and data consolidation. But more than 70% agree it meets or exceeds expectations for time, resource, and cost savings. They report that AI excels at audience segmentation, data aggregation, and targeting, but's less effective where human judgment, strategic guidance, and brand safety are required. When asked about some of the major challenges to AI adoption, respondents said the biggest hurdles are data readiness and quality, security risks, a lack of expertise, fragmentation when it comes to tools, and of course, regulatory concerns. Interestingly, job security is the least concern. Only 37% see it as a major risk, and instead success hinges on foundational readiness and integration. There are, of course, as you would appreciate, differences among company types. So agencies say they face most resistance to change and must manage varied client and team expectations. When it comes to brands and publishers, they say they struggle with vision clarity and complex ecosystem integration. Publishers especially face technical challenges and ethical concerns. Across both brand types, they say transparency is critical. Over half of brands are wary of agency-publisher AI practices, while agencies fear brands will internalize AI, resulting in a loss of business for them. Fewer than half of respondents say they have implemented strategic AI roadmaps, clear use cases or defined KPIs. Governance boards and contract clauses for AI are used by only 20% or less. The most valued industry standards needed are for data, privacy protection, accuracy, reliability, and transparency. The report has 5 action areas for agencies, brands, and publishers to take, and I think these are very relevant no matter where we sit on that matrix. Number 1, develop a phased AI integration roadmap. Map out your AI use cases, plan integration milestones, and select tools and platforms that support scalability. Secondly, ensure data readiness. Prioritize data quality, security, and governance. Use audits, protocols, and privacy-preserving techniques like synthetic data. 3, implement organization-wide training. Tailor AI training by role. Create prompt libraries and best practice guides. Hire outside experts, and build a culture of responsible experimentation. 4, strengthen industry collaboration and standards. Advocate and adopt standards for privacy, accuracy, transparency, interoperability, and ethics. Build trust through clear reporting and KPIs. And then finally, number 5, prioritize strategic use cases. Focus on AI-powered scenario planning, cross-level activation, and advanced analytics and attribution to optimize marketing impact. This sector, just like all sectors, are grappling with AI and really trying to integrate it in a responsible way. But you must plan your data, prepare your team, and write your roadmap. And of course, all embedded with policy and a North Star goal in mind. If you've enjoyed this episode of AI 6, please share it with a pro you know. I'll be back tomorrow. Talk to you then.